Wine and sulfites. What's the deal? We're actually in Italy right now, here in Florence, enjoying ourselves. Now, I've had a chance to go to different wineries and talk to food experts, talk about olive oil, about how they crush olive oil here, about wine. The point of this whole thing is going to be food sourcing, quality of food. What's the quality of the food you eat? Even things like wine, what are they putting in wine? So here in Italy, if you get a Chianti, for example, they don't actually put any extra sulfites in it. So if you consume it, you don't get a headache. You don't have fatigue. You don't have gut problems. You don't have head issues. Olive oil here, when they crush the olive oil, it's being used within 3 to 4 to 5 months of it actually being crushed. This is a big deal because in the United States, when you consume olive oil, for example, it's maybe 2 years from the crush date for the time you actually consume the olive oil. For wines in the United States, they'll put 200 plus parts per million of sulfites in the wine. And it stops, sulfites are an antioxidant and a preservative. So what happens is they stop the fermentation process, but they also preserve it, which is, you think about it, makes sense. But the problem is that sulfites can be toxic, can give you headaches. So just getting things closer to nature, doing things more natural can make a big, big difference with your health. And sometimes you have to go to places, experience different things to understand that real food, how you consume it, is massively important, especially with wine. So I'm right now in Marco's, for example, looking at all these great jackets here, and just a typical wine they here at a leather shop, for example, they give you a little wine
Empty.
but just the typical stuff that you can go to like a leather place and try. It doesn't have the sulfites. That's an issue where you want to make sure you're sourcing your food the right way, you're doing it the right way, because that's massively important. You don't want to consume alcohol because obviously it's bad for you. There's no healthy amount. But if you're going to consume it, if it doesn't have sulfites, you can have 1 or 2 glasses and you won't get headaches. Typically, if I consume California wines, if I consume any American wines, typically they give me horrible headaches. But here in Italy, not the same thing. Point being, food sourcing is a big deal. You got to do things the right way. How do you source your food? Where do you get your stuff from? We actually have a food sourcing guide on our website that actually can give you some great information. So check it out, download it. If you have a question about food sourcing, please ask it here. We'd love to talk about it. Anyway, if any additional questions, put them here below, and take care. We'll talk to you soon.